Okay, so today's video has been in the making for almost a month and a half. It's something that I definitely did not want to upload, but I feel like I should talk about it. I feel like a lot of other people might have similar concerns. They want to know a little more. They might have a family member who is also dealing with what I'm dealing with, and you know, we could all use a little more information. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about PCOS. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 9th. I'm really hoping that I don't have to upload this, if I'm being completely honest with you, but I guess we'll see. It's literally 8:48 in the morning, and we are sitting in the parking lot ready for our doctor's appointment. And I've been having a lot of symptoms, so I'm hoping that the symptoms that I am having will be solved today. But we'll see. It's not looking, you know, like an easy fix, unfortunately. So we'll see, though. I'm very, 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 very nervous. Also, my hair is doing this, so I don't know. I don't know, but that's all. That's all. Guess I'll see you guys after the doctor's appointment. Hi everyone. So it is actually the next day. I was gonna film after my doctor's appointment, however, I just wasn't feeling good. So basically, when I went to see the doctor, she said that it's, you know, could be a couple different things that are going on, that she wanted to do a lot of tests. So I got a lot of blood work done, like a lot, and like I low-key an anxiety attack and almost threw up in the lab. But we got a lot of blood work done, and I came home and I just wasn't feeling good for like the rest of the day. That's why my video didn't go up on time or anything like that. But you know, I just wanted to give you guys kind of like the update of where we're at. Like, yesterday she told me I'm gonna get the labs and they're gonna come back in a couple weeks. I do have an appointment, not like next week, the week after, to get an ultrasound. And then I do have an appointment in October to, you know, go over some lab details and everything like that. So, you know, this is gonna be a process, and I hope everything turns out good. So just an update into the saga. It's about a week later, and I just got the test results from my blood work. For the most part, everything seemed normal, except I have really high levels of testosterone and really high levels of like, it's called like DHEA sulfate. It's like a hormone producing type thing. They didn't really explain any of it, which is kind of weird. I'm assuming they're gonna explain it like at my follow-up appointment after my ultrasound and everything like that. Yeah. I feel like the lighting probably really sucks. I can't tell. I can't. Yeah, I feel like the lighting really sucks, but it is the 21st of September. It is the morning of my ultrasound appointment, so I just needed to go in for an ultrasound for them to see like what's going on and everything like that. I am like struggling right now because they did tell me that in order to do the ultrasound I did need like a full bladder. So I'm really just like struggling right now. I don't know. I'm like nervous for this ultrasound. I'm so nervous that they're gonna like find something. Like, I'm very scared. But it shouldn't take long, hopefully. And I will update you guys when I get out. Alright, so I was in there for crazy long, probably like 15 minutes, if I'm being completely honest with you. We just did like the ultrasound. She didn't really say anything because I don't think she can really say anything, but I should have the ultrasound results like this same week. They have to have like the head ultrasound guy look at it, and then like whatever, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like very, very nervous and very, very anxious and like overthinking. But like, I'm gonna try not to panic too much and just go from there. Go from there. Go from there. I will update us with the results as soon as I get them. So, yeah. Cooking, Bob. Hi. Does everyone like Koki's Halloween costume? Isn't he so cute? He has a little cape. He does have the hat. He does not like to wear the hat though. Are you gonna sit while we do our video? No? No emotional support for me? Okay. In talking to you guys today, I want to talk about my journey, which you guys saw clips of, that I've been taking all of that information for the past month and a half and gathering it so you guys could see in real time what was happening. I want to talk about what it is, how to deal with it, symptoms, everything like that. Just get the whole run around and really open up a discussion about PCOS, because I feel like it's something that's definitely not talked about. People just kind of like about it, so we're going to talk about it. First, I want to start off with what PCOS is. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. And in layman's terms, basically what it means is that your hormone production is not right, which means that it's causing issues with your ovaries and your feminine system, basically, is what it is. It can happen for like a lot of reasons. There are two types of like reasoning that it can happen. Number one, basically in your brain, you have a part of your brain that creates hormones, and it tells your body to create hormones, and that's how you get your time of the month and everything like that. So your brain sends signals to your ovaries, and then your ovaries do the damn thing. Sometimes that process can be disrupted, and you can be creating not enough hormones, too many of the wrong hormones, and sometimes the issue is caused from your ovaries. So your ovaries do have, I guess for lack of a better term, like receptors that understand what your brain is trying to tell it, and then they also create hormones that allow your eggs to be fertilized and everything like that. So sometimes your ovaries just aren't receiving the signal to do the damn thing. So there's kind of like a weird miscommunication going on. So it's really kind of hard to tell what is happening and which type of... Are you guys fighting? What are you doing? It's really kind of hard to tell whether it's happening in your brain or in your ovaries, but the miscommunication does happen. So basically, PCOS is something that you can treat, but you can't cure. So it's something that you're going to have for the rest of your life, unfortunately, and it does create some hardships. And the hardships that it creates really depends on the person, how bad it is, what types of symptoms they have, and everything like that. So PCOS is definitely not new, for lack of a better term, but as we know, a lot of female and reproductive things like that aren't really researched, which is kind of a whole different issue. But we don't really know what causes it. We can't treat it, but there are some symptoms. And diagnosing PCOS is more like an art form, for lack of a better term. I don't really know how to explain that. Basically, in order to have PCOS, you have a list of possible symptoms, and you only need like 3 of them really to have PCOS. And even the name PCOS, like polycystic ovarian syndrome, you don't actually have to have cysts to be diagnosed with PCOS, which is really weird to me, but that's how it is. I've done so much research in the past, actually probably about 2 months since I started thinking that I might have it and that I was showing symptoms and something might be wrong. So first I thought that I might have like a thyroid issue, because the first symptom that I noticed was severe weight gain. And you know, it all happened during quarantine. I stopped working, I wasn't moving as much, everything like that. You know, weight gain is normal, but I didn't really gain weight until like a couple months ago. And from then it was like that. Like, none of my clothes fit. They're not even close to fitting. I'm really struggling. I was struggling with self-image because I gained so much weight, and I thought that it was because I was eating unhealthy, but I wasn't really eating that unhealthy. I was actually eating more healthy than I was before, if that makes any sense. But I gained like almost 50 pounds in like a month or two. Like, very fast. So I thought, since I gained so much weight, that it might be like a thyroid issue. I know that weight gain is very big in terms of like symptoms for a thyroid issue. So I wanted to definitely get that checked out. That's kind of where I first started. And a lot of these symptoms that I have definitely could be attributed to other things externally that might be irritating. Like, for instance, you know, the weight gain could be caused by quarantine and not moving. The acne that I'm having could be caused by wearing masks and everything like that. I feel like there's always an excuse for everything, and you really don't think that anything's wrong, but it is. I dealt with the weight gain. Another symptom is hormonal acne. And so if you don't know what hormonal acne literally happens all down this way. You know the acne that you would get when you got your period? Yeah, all this right in here. Yeah, this has not gone away. Like, even during quarantine, I was getting acne down here. I wasn't having any issues. I wasn't even going anywhere, so I wasn't wearing any masks. I was just staying at home, and the acne was insane. I thought it might just be, you know, me not washing my sheets enough, so I started washing my pillowcases and my sheets more, and just really trying to figure out maybe my products aren't working. And I changed up so many things, and it just did not work. So I was really nervous trying to figure that part out. Another symptom is, well, I guess this symptom can go like one of two ways. So it's like hair growth. So it's a lot of excess facial hair. Weird. So like, I've noticed, like, you know, every girl, you know, you can say that you don't, but like, this is girl talk, and keep it between us. Every girl like has like a little bit of a mustache. I've been noticing, honestly, there's like one spot right down here where I just get like chin hairs. And like, it's just like, it just keeps growing. No matter how much I plug it in, I feel like it's literally growing back like every 2 weeks, and it's really frustrating to me. I hate it. But I also did notice like excess like sideburn growth, just like a lot of weird things happening. And I was like shaving them and everything like that, and just trying to like get my face to be more feminine, because I was growing extra hair, like excess body hair. We don't like that. And then of course the other half of like hair growth technically is actually like hair loss. And so I don't know if you guys have noticed over the past little while, but I have these little like wispies. And like, I've just noticed, you know, I changed my shampoo up. I was trying to get the waviness in my hair back, get it more definition, because it's definitely damaged and everything like that. So I changed up my shampoos, my conditioners, my treatments, everything like that. And I thought maybe that my hair was reacting bad to it, and it was like breaking off, and like I had pieces that were like this long sticking out of the top of my head. I still do, but it's fine. So that's also ultimately why I chopped off a lot of my hair. The ends were dead, but also I wanted to kind of start fresh. The last really big symptom is irregular periods. So if you guys know me, you know that I don't get my periods a lot. It's just a thing. It's always been a thing. That's why I went on birth control when I was younger, and birth control made me literally psychotic. It was really bad for my mental health, for my anxiety and my depression. So we stopped that, of course, and I don't get them regularly. And that can also be a whole nother issue. It can be a really big thing, but that is also a really big sign. And basically, when you don't get your period, it means that your body isn't like prepping to have a baby every single month, which means that your fertility can be an issue. And for some people, it's a very big issue. They might have to go the route of like implantation, in vitro fertilization, and everything like that. They might need a lot of help to have children. In my case, as of right now, the doctor told me that basically they would just have to jumpstart me and jumpstart my system and get moving and make sure that I ovulate so I can have children. So it really just kind of depends on how severe yours is. Along with infertility, depression can be linked to it as well, because all of your hormones in your body are out of whack. So I know I told you guys that I went and I got blood tests done. Also with PCOS, you are actually at a very much higher risk to develop diabetes, because weight gain is an issue, and weight gain, depression, diabetes, PCOS all are kind of like cousins. And you know, sometimes cousins like to chill and hang out in big groups. We don't like that. We don't like that. But I know I told you guys that I got a lot of blood work done. They took like 5 vials of my blood to test for all these sorts of things. So the first thing they tested for was a thyroid issue, which came back negative. They tested for diabetes, which came back negative. They tested for a couple other things. I really don't remember what they were, but they did also test my hormones, and it did come back that I had excess testosterone, which accounts for the excess facial hair. The technical, I guess, male pattern baldness is like what's happening on my head. It does explain a lot. And so after that initial visit where I talked to my doctor and told her, you know, I think there's something wrong, and she told me to get my blood tested, it took about a week to get the labs back, which was honestly really fast. And so I got those results. And then she immediately, when we talked about all this, scheduled me for labs, scheduled me for an ultrasound. So the ultrasound is a really big thing that we need to do. And it's, you know, very different when you think of in the movies. So basically, they want to look at your ovaries and see kind of what's going on, see if you have any cysts or anything like that, which I do have tiny cysts on my ovaries. And they do, you know, the normal stereotypical like TV show ultrasound where they like, you know, just put it on your belly and you're like, oh. And then they do the other part of it where, yeah. And, you know, I waited for those results to come back. And between that appointment and my actual appointment to talk about all this stuff, my ultrasound results came back and told me that I had some tiny cysts, but that my uterus looked good. We love that for us. So between my ultrasound results coming back, there were still like, I think like 2 or 3 weeks where I had to just sit and stew and wait, even though I knew that I had PCOS, for my doctor to tell me about it. And the first question I always had for my doctor is, how is this going to affect my fertility? Because I do want to have biological children. That has always been like a thing for me. Like I've always wanted to have a family. And so she told me that I probably wouldn't have any issues, but that basically what we need to do first that she's worried about is the irregular time of the month. We talked about birth control, we talked about an IUD, and we talked about these pills that are like, I don't know how to explain them. They're called like progesterone pills, and basically they jumpstart your period. So you take them for 7 days out of the entire month, and then after you get your time of the month. I opted for that option just because I didn't trust birth control. I don't like being on all those hormones that made me crazy, unstable, like very depressed, a lot of anxiety. I just don't really mess with it. So we're going to try that out first and see how it kind of goes, if that kind of jump starts me and gets me back into the groove of things and doing things. It's definitely been a difficult and emotional process to realize that I might have this and spend almost 2 months thinking that I would not be able to have children, which is like literally my biggest fear. And I know a lot of other women feel that way too. They're like really scared that they're going to be told that they're infertile or like anything like that. But thank goodness. I feel so much better. I feel relieved. I have like really come to terms with this because as bad as this is gonna say, like, I don't think this really changes that much for me. Like, yes, I do have PCOS, but it doesn't really change much. In order to combat PCOS though, the thing about it is that I need to do a full lifestyle change when it comes to food and eating and working out and being healthy, because it is incredibly hard to lose weight on PCOS. So I have to do some research. I want to look up some food and everything like that, and some workouts that are better targeted, because like I gained a lot of weight. I did, and I know that other people are very self-conscious about that as well. And I know for me, I'm very self-conscious about it because I carry it all in the front. Like I don't, like not in my arm. Like I have a little bit in my arms, but like not really. It's just like all in my stomach, and it like but I'm not. But I want to do some research into that. So if you guys are interested in seeing any like PCOS food, healthy recipes, any PCOS workouts, if you want to see any like Q&A girl talk type videos, please feel free to let me know. I would love to talk more in depth with you guys about this, because I know not a lot of people talk about it. So this is a safe space for us to talk about it, okay? I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you got all the information that you were looking for. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments for me. I will be more than happy to help you understand or answer any questions that you might have. And I will see you guys next time.